when we changed the 12-hour shift, which you guys did for us, that attracted an applicant. We don't have any other applicants at this point. We're doing the best we can to try to keep the ones that we have, to try to reward them in some fashion. As an administrator, you run into a situation which is where some of them, which I'm not going to be held hostage, they can go anywhere else. I could leave here today and go to work at Sansom Park and make, $5,000 more than I'm making. What are you going to tell me? What are you going to do? Luckily, we have a good group of people, and they're loyal. And this was, Marvin and I sat down and tried to figure out how to do what we could to bring more money to their salaries, and this was the best we could do.
And so, put this in perspective, correct me if I'm wrong, but we're talking about 10 grand difference between us and Sansom Park?
For starting, we start at 46 right now, and once you finish training, you go to 46, it's 46.5, but yes.
And we don't have emergency funds like I thought we did?
We have a reserve account, but what happens, what you're doing today,
I know it'll
go over into the next year budget, which that's why I'm moving that $25,000 revenue continually over there to support that.
We brokered the deal with Castleberry. That we pulled out of everybody else charges for dispatching. It's a pretty substantial service that we provide. That was another thing that Marvin worked out with Castleberry. We were all together in that, and we're just looking for every possible avenue that we can come up with to try to augment the salaries or increase the salaries of these guys to at least have some type of level playing field to operate from.
One thing that we did do up front is we unfortunately lost Anna, and then when we lost Anna, we moved Cassandra over to court, and we all decided as a department that we were not going to fill that position. So by vacating that position, we have put some money back into the budget that'll help going forward. And if anybody wants to increase the salaries of the employees, it's going to take cutting back at this point, because I have done just about everything I know to do that there is. So, to have to start looking at some services, and I know nobody want to talk about that right now, but we'd have to start looking at services in order to get police, fire, and even public works up where they need to be in this day and age. And that's not an easy thing to fix in a short time.
Marvin, is if this increase goes in, then are we obligated to do the fire too? Aren't they supposed to be on the same level?
No, you have an approved plan with them.
I know that what their plan was, the police and fire will be on the same pay scale.
Well, we talked to Shelley, and he said that they agreed that they could get a raise. Before this came up, that they had already gotten concessions for other things.
And we're not civil service, we've never said they have to get the same amount or anything, so I don't see any reason to.
But I think we're fixing to be in a crisis. How many down now?
As of the 22nd, we're down 3.
All right, we're down 3, and you can't get anybody to apply. I'm saying we still need to look at getting them. And if you had 4, we'd be at 50. That sounds a whole lot.
I've got several contingency plans. We're going to have police service. We're going to have good police service in this city. And no matter what happens, if we go down 4, 5, 6, we're going to still have the same police service. I've already got those plans worked out in my mind, how we're going to go forward. My people already know what positions they're going to be in. My uniform still fits.
My concern is if they're strained because we're low and they're asked to work longer hours and this and that, I don't want to start losing more officers. I'd rather get ahead of the ball. So sounds like you're good with it, but I'm telling you, I'm behind trying to figure out how to get you guys more money. That's the only thing I can market.
Marvin and I have sat and looked over every single number that we have. We went through. There's just not any more money right now, and we accept that as a reality of doing business. The hope is going forward that as some of the different businesses come in, as the blood starts to flow more freely through this city, that there will be more resources available. We just have to make it through this time 2 or 3 more years. And I truly believe that it's going to be successful. I see a lot of growth, a lot of potential, a lot of hope in the city, and we just have to make it through these tough times in order to get to the good times.
Of our closest competitors, Lake Worth, Westworth Village, Hazel, are we under all of them?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Every one of them?
Yes.
That's not good.
It's in the packet, I've got the...
Yeah, okay, but I just try to make sure you're hearing it from you. And there's nothing out of EDC that can be used for this? They're protecting the business
No,
as
that's
well?
because you've got a crime district now.
You know what? Second, we do finance equipment for y'all. So if officers come in and want...
We started that, yes, we started that last year, we now pay for equipment.
Yeah, so is that something other cities do or don't do?
Some other cities do it, and they
I mean,
actually...
what I'm trying to say is, hey guys, we do this, you wanna hang around long enough, you can get everything you need and leave later, after you've paid everything back, of course.
Generally, what happens is they're issued those, the gun buyback is because we as a city can't afford to purchase the equipment outright for them, but they can purchase it, finance through this. So it's yes, it is a benefit that they appreciate very much.
Yeah, I just want to make sure any new hire would know that too,
Yes.
you know. Okay. We gotta dig into this, man, this isn't going away. I know, it's only gonna get worse, I'm very concerned. It's worse because of things outside of just pay, that's it.
I just wonder if there's any way you could add something to the insurance.
Hang on just a second, Steve, hang on just a second.
Go ahead, Steve.
No, if I was gonna speak to Darren for a second, and say, I know you know this, but just to point out, this is one reason to keep the us in the EDC is because it leaves the general fund money free to do stuff like this.
I'm aware, thank you, yes.
Okay, so I think we all wish that the higher number is something we could get to, and from the sounds of it, talking to Chief and Marvin, it doesn't look like that's something we can do right now, but I think we're all in agreement that we can do this, so we need to do this, so.
And I think
We can do this with what we got now. And going forward in the future, the subdivision and all that, we can do better and better, I really believe that. But for this exact moment in time, in the middle of a budget that we've already adopted, this is the best I can do.
I make a motion, we approve ordinance 1332-2021, amending the crime district budget.
Also understand this ordinance that's before you also revises the crime district budget. It's twofold, in other words.
We have an ordinance, we have a motion and a second to approve ordinance number 1332-2021, amending the crime district budget in order to offset the cost for the salary adjustments for the police department by transferring funds to the crime control and prevention district. Is there any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Chief.
I just want to say, you know, I appreciate your attitude so much, what you do, and the fact that you're not just sitting here asking for more money, I am. I appreciate your attitude, and I agree with you. I think that I have hope that big things are fixing to happen to this city.
Me too.
And I thank you for your attitude.
We appreciate you guys very much.
Thank you, Chief. We'll move to item number 13, which is consider approval of ordinance number 1333-2021, amending the fiscal year 2022 stormwater fund budget as recommended by the Stormwater Task Force in order to complete the inspiration and drainage improvements during the fiscal year 2022 budget year that was a budgeted expense to have been completed in the fiscal year 2021 budget. Gordon?
Basically, this is a cleanup. Last year, this was approved in a project. We estimated that the project would be completed by the October deadline, and it did not make it due to extenuating circumstances as far as the contractor encountered, and also multiple other jobs in working with the city, using the same crews. So basically, this was approved in the previous budget. We're asking for this to be approved and amended in this budget to finish out this contract in the amount of $72,364.
And stormwater has ample funds to support it.
Okay.
Make a motion that we approve ordinance 1333-2021, amending the fiscal year 2022 stormwater fund budget as recommended by the Stormwater Task Force.
Second.